Hello. In this video I'm going to demonstrate the reverse Tunisian purl stitch. I really like this stitch as far as being able to add texture to my designs, and it can be a little bit intimidating for people, but once you get it down, it's not difficult. It just takes a little extra time and the results are spectacular in my opinion. So this demonstration was created to help folks who are working on my flying at night shawl. It's my newest pattern. And so yeah, let's get started. So I've created a nice little foundation of Tunisian purl stitches and then one row of Tunisian simple stitch to have something good to work with. And with the reverse Tunisian purl stitch, we are going to be essentially working on the back side of the project. So if you're familiar with Tunisian crochet, you know that a typical stitch has a front vertical bar and then also a back vertical bar as well, and we will be working into that back vertical bar from the back. For the reverse Tunisian purl stitch, what we do first is we're going to move the yarn to the front just like a regular Tunisian purl stitch, and then we're going to look on the back, and you can sort of see here's a vertical bar right here, here's one right here. If you are having problems seeing it, just kind of tease it apart a little bit. The return pass of the previous row is this thick horizontal row of stitches, and you want to be working from this angle above that row of stitches, but in reality it's below that row of stitches if you're looking at it from the front. So we have our working yarn in the front. We have identified the first stitch that we're going to work into. So insert the hook in that back vertical bar, and then we're going to swing the yarn around, hook it over to the front. I like to grasp the stitch near the base. It helps keep things even. Pull up a loop, and that is the first stitch. And we're going to continue on that way, so keeping the yarn in the front. Here is our next vertical bar, so insert the hook from right to left, swing that yarn in front, back, around the front, hold on to that, pull the yarn through. We have the second one right there. So you can see the little, I like to think of them as the purls, the little horizontal bars right there. That's a purl stitch, but it's on the back. So on the front, it will sort of pop out at you, creating that ridge effect. That can be really useful in a design. We'll continue on. So here's the next vertical bar. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we'll continue on. So I started with a base chain of 12 stitches. And sometimes it can be really difficult to find that vertical bar in the back. Just tease apart the loops, and remember that you want the return pass of the previous row to be essentially above where you are working your stitch if you're looking at it from the front. If you're looking at it from the back, it's going to be below where you're working the stitch. So far so good. Got 3 more stitches before the end stitch. Okay. One more stitch right there, and then the end stitch. go. Pull that through. And then we're going to do the end stitch at the very end. So catch those 2 loops on the edge, yarn over, pull up a loop. And that's what we have for the reverse Tunisian purl stitch. If you look out on the back, you see it just kind of disappears. That's because we're pushing all that yarn forward to make that ridge effect. So for the return pass of this stitch, we do a standard return pass, yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and repeat that to the end. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then I will show you what it looks like to do the same thing, this time working into the reverse Tunisian purl stitch in the back. Also, I'll show you what it looks like on the back once we've done this return pass. Okay, so we've done the return pass. It's kind of difficult to see, but once again, if you pull it apart a little bit, you can clearly see the vertical bars. So we pull the yarn in front, flip it over, find that first vertical bar, yarn over, and then yarn in front, find that second vertical bar, yarn over, take that back over there, yarn to the front, alright, and you just keep continuing down the row. So I'll keep continuing down the row until we get to the edge stitch, so you can see what it looks like to have 2 rows of the reverse Tunisian purl stitch. I know that other people will do this differently. Maybe they'll try to do it from the front, but I just like flipping it over so I can see it. And I'm just altering my outlook. Alright, one more and then we'll do the edge stitch. So this one, it was kind of difficult to see which one was the back one. Okay, got it. Yarn over, pull through a loop, and then we'll do the edge stitch. So grab the 2 edge stitches there, yarn over. There you go, that's what it looks like so far. And then you do the return pass as normal. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting and creating more videos to help with Tunisian crochet techniques. And thanks very much.